Hello everyone and welcome back to the China EV Show. I'm your host Toby, as usual, and today we're going to be talking about a couple of things. First is the continued wave of Chinese EVs into Europe. This week the list of entries for EU Car of the Year were announced, and 25% of the 27 cars on the list were from Chinese brands. This includes of course BYD, who are going very hard at Europe with their Han, Seal, Dolphin and Atto 3, also known as the UN Plus, in the China domestic market. Now that the finalists have been announced, two Chinese cars, the Volvo EX30 and BYD Seal, have made it to the final, along with 5 other vehicles. On the screen now is a list of the finalists. Who do you think should be named EU Car of the Year? Make sure you leave your comments in the section below. And yes, I have described the Volvo EX30 as a Chinese brand, Chinese parent company, Chinese platform, made in China for the time being at least. Now I know there's usually some politics involved in these awards, but these two offer a lot for consumers in Europe. You have the Volvo EX30, which has Chinese underpinnings, a great architecture and competitive specs, all under a European brand, Volvo, which historically has done very well in the European market. It's a brand which people love there. And on the other hand, you have something which is very Chinese, or Chinese going global, which is the BYD, which in terms of specs really can't be beat. The question is, will it be something which Europeans take onto or not? I think seeing the results of this will be very interesting. Will it be a Chinese brand? Will it be an EV that becomes EU Car of the Year for 2024? I think if it's a Chinese brand, that will be a huge watershed moment. Perhaps the safer option is to go with someone like Volvo, who, while has Chinese parents, is a European brand. Let's find out. And make sure you let us know who you think should win EU Car of the Year for 2024. Do you think a Chinese brand deserves it, or do you think it should be a European brand that wins EU Car of the Year? Next, I'd like to go on to talk about Huawei, who are continuing to become more important in the automotive scene. Huawei, which has been known for a maker of phones and other electronic devices, including 5G infrastructure, has created a separate division for its cars to encourage others to invest. Huawei already has a lot of involvement in the automotive sector, and together with state-owned Chang'an and Chinese battery maker CATL, announced a partnership to establish the EV brand Avatar back in 2020. The Avatar 1.1 was the first product which did okay, and now they have also launched the 1.2 earlier this month, which stands to be a very premium level EV. Huawei has also been selling cars under its Aito brand with car maker Seres, and despite only launching last September, is selling very well now in the China market. The Chinese tech giant is also partnering with some local manufacturers like BIAC, GAC and Chery for its Luxi brand, which has been referred to as a kind of Lucid of China. Huawei is playing it really smart, getting involved in the automotive industry, as this is an area which will become more and more important with smart and autonomous vehicles in the future. The only question is, will their colourful past overseas come into play when they begin their global expansion around the world? Is their expansion limited to a few markets where Huawei is accepted, and will they be stopped from entering markets like the US? Finally, I had to mention BYD a little bit more, because not only did they sell 300,000 new energy vehicles in the month of October, but this month they marked the production of the 6th millionth NEV vehicle rolling off their production line. To add to this, they achieved this milestone just 3 months after hitting the 5 million mark. The 6th millionth new energy vehicle to roll off the production line was a Bao 5, a super hybrid hardcore SUV under BYD's professional, personalized sub-brand Fengchengbao. How long will it be for the next 1 million, I wonder? 2 months? 1 month? Let's see. That's it for today, folks. And if you'd like the content, don't forget to give us a like and a subscribe for more EV news from China. I've been Toby, and I'll see you next time.